Hello there, it's Matthew from All Living Fear here. Now, I'm making a little video today to illustrate the next song from the Minimum Resistance album, and I thought I'd bring you back to the exact place where we made the album, which was in this room. And I'm going to go through the multi-track of Nature's Land, because this is a song. We had this plan that every time we did a new album, there would be one song from the Jessica EP that would make it onto the album. Prison of the Silver Plain, can't remember that. Prison of the Silver Plain was on the first album, Nature's Land was on the second album, and thereby the plan stopped. But all the other songs did end up on 15 Years After. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is, I've got the multi-track here of the album. The machine we recorded it on is long since gone, but before I got rid of it, I was able to make a dub of it, which I now have on computer. And as I was going through it, there were a few things that I didn't remember happening when we did it. So I thought you might be interested just to hear it. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to put on a brand new mix of Nature's Land. So let's have a look at the computer. So yeah, that's kind of the Alesis drum machine that we all know and love. And I'll bring some bass guitar in. It's almost a little bit funky there actually, which I didn't intend to do at the time. I have EQ'd it a bit as well, because just to make it sound a bit more like a bass. And then we've got these, we've got the string sound that we had at the top of the song, which was done on the Korg Symphony module. So yeah, they're good sounds there. And if we actually just bring all of that in together, so it more or less sounds like how it's supposed to sound. For some reason the bass guitar is sounding a bit weird, and I don't know why, and I'm going to check the audio. Now, I'm just going to play you a bit from the chorus now. And this is just bass, drums and keyboards. And it's going from a minor key to a major, back down to a minor. And normally we would play that going to a major, so I don't know what I was doing then. But that, maybe I was trying to make it sound a bit darker, I don't know. It was a bit weird anyway. What else do we have on this multi-track? Well, at the beginning we had this like weird intro, which was played on a pan flute of all instruments. And it sounded like this. And that was me definitely trying to show off the fact I had this new sound card that had a kind of like 100 sounds or something on it. It was like a general MIDI sound card, and so I wanted to just use as many sounds as possible because I had it there. You know, sometimes less is more. But yeah, I'm going to stick a bit of echo on here, I think. Audio effects, delay, conscious delay, just to make it sound a bit more. So we hear that in the mix. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad at all actually. Now, there was another sound in here, which is this. And I gotta say, this was not my best idea. I suppose if you just have that with the rhythm section, it almost makes it feel like a different song. It's almost like a synth pop track, which is, I think I was trying to go for, because at the time, mid-90s, everything was going a bit dancey, and I think the idea was, I think we could have maybe had something that could have got played in the clubs. And I think possibly, if it had a different drum beat, it might have worked, but it kind of didn't. But, you know, life's about experimentation. Now, as for guitars on this track, well, there's no electric guitars on it at all. It's all acoustic, which I only just discovered today. I had totally forgotten about this. So we've got this acoustic guitar here. And then we've got another one here, which you probably can't hear very well. I'll fade it up a bit. And I think I probably panned them a little bit. So we've kind of got folk club going on here. And in fact, if you added in the strings, maybe bring them down a bit. You know, you've got something almost kind of prog going on, but then you've got this as well. So the song really is a mishmash of like 3 different styles. You've kind of got the sort of goth bass and drums, but then you've got this slightly Genesis acoustic guitar. More on that in a second. And it's a bit of a mismatch. But I think just the drums, the bass and the acoustic guitar, you've kind of got the track really. And then, as I said, with the acoustics, if I just get rid of all of that again, we've then got this third acoustic guitar, and I must admit, I could not ever even remember recording it, and it's a 12-string. So, you know, it's almost like the Waterboys here. I mean, where did that come from? I have no idea. And then there's another one here. So if I put them together, you know, it's a real, you know, it is, it's like folk night. So you've got a synth pop track, a goth track, a folk track, something a bit proggy, all in the same thing. So no wonder it was a difficult song to mix at the time. Now, in memory, there's definitely some fast bits of acoustic guitar in those breaks when the cheesy synthesizer comes in. That kind of makes me think that's why I did the 12 strings. But they would have been in there all the way through the song. So I think through this new mix, I'm going to change that. Anyway, we get to the vocals. Now, there's 2 takes of vocal on here from Andy. And this is definitely the strong tone. With thoughts of bitter days. I mean, I've pre-processed this with a little bit of compression. But that's a really good vocal take from Andy on this song. Actually, I really like the sound of his voice on this, and because at the time we did it, we didn't really have much in the way of outboard, so I didn't have a compressor or anything, and I think we probably did this in one take. In fact, there's probably what's going on here. If I just turn those off, I think I might hear a little cough or something. That's just Andy tapping the microphone stand. So yeah, I think we did all of that in one take. There is a previous vocal take here.
A day when everybody used me in oh so many ways.
The track, I think, suffered from having that cheesy organ intro, or synth intro, I should say, and it being a mixture of like about 5 different styles all at once. So what I think I'm going to do with this new mix is that I think it's going to work well. I think it's going to work really well. And anyway, you're going to hear it now, and I hope you like it.
quite where